Toyota struck a pretty important strategic partnership, including a sizable investment in Uber, allowing drivers to lease Toyota vehicles and pay for them using their earnings. It's kind of interesting. And not to be left out of the rideshare investment party, Volkswagen announced that it has invested $300 million into Gett. That competes with Uber in Tel Aviv with its own black car hailing service. Its markets include Moscow and London, and in the U.S. in New York City, though apparently its impact is pretty light. You know, Uber is such a dominant force in that market. This investment should, of course, help Gett secure a better presence in New York City, but the company didn't really reveal if it plans to expand throughout the U.S. beyond New York, but I suppose it's a start.
This feels to me like sort of like the senior prom, like the weeks leading up to the senior prom, where everyone's like,
everybody's got to find a partner.
They don't love each other necessarily. They're like, then you're fine, you'll do. Like, let's pair up. Like, just
You'll
do this. Because it's like GM and Lyft, and
you're better than nobody, I guess.
Yeah, because they're like a threat. Like the Uber is a threat to the automakers. The automakers are a threat. They have this weird sort. That's what it feels like. They're all pairing up, maybe a little bit. Reluctantly, but they have to find somebody because they don't want to go out there alone to the prom.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. Maybe reluctantly from the eyes of a company like Toyota. They're the world's largest car manufacturer. I have a feeling though they have a lot to gain in this, and I know Uber's pretty darn excited about this. Pairing with Toyota is about as good as you could probably get. Toyota plans on helping Uber with its development of in-app in-car app technology, something that it does already, but kind of to support Uber drivers and beyond. And I mean, Toyota's really no stranger to this kind of thing. In the past 6 months, they created the Toyota Research Institute, and that's targeted at self-driving cars, robots, using AI, all that kind of stuff. And, regularly this whole rideshare economy discussion ends up, going back to kind of autonomous vehicles and the intersection of AI and the automotive industry and everything. So it's all kind of tied together. They're hedging their bets for the future, essentially. If this is the wave and if this is the future, they've got to be early partners in on it for them to really take advantage of it.
Right. You got to go with somebody to the prom.
Yeah, you got to go with somebody to the prom.
Also, there was some information about leasing in there. They're going to work on that. And Uber's gotten criticized with their leasing program in the past because, they've leased people cars on a short-term basis, Uber drivers' cars on a short-term basis, and then they've, lowered the prices of Uber rides, and then Uber drivers can't afford the cars that they're leasing because they're not making enough money. So I hope they get that all cleared up. I know there's some regulations in California. They're trying to work on controlling that.
It's going to be messy until we get there, but we'll get there.